Okay, everyone, this is Omar Ramirez. We are excited to bring you the enhanced presentation for the Kangen Water program, and we're excited about this. We've spent a lot of time putting this presentation together, try to make it as concise yet as informative as possible, and our hope is that it'll help you all generate a much more interest and obviously get more sales for you and your organization. Before we get started, just wanted to let you know that we really feel this would be the best way to create duplication. You do not need to lug around a laptop, computer, anything like that, or projector and all the audiovisual equipment that sometimes we bring along for the presentations. This is a very short flip book, and we are going to make it available in Spanish soon. Several people have asked where they could buy this particular flip book. We don't have it on a website yet, but we are working on getting this out, and I'll give you the email address to request it later at the end of this presentation. But here we go. I'm going to go through this quick. If you have your notes, I'm going to show you how to use this effectively and try to do it as quickly as possible. It's a beautiful book. It's about, I think, 9 by 12. It's on full color glossy paper with a spiral bounder. And it's we sell these for $35. We're not getting rich on it. We just want people to to have a tool so they can go and start doing presentations and obviously create duplication within their organization. So here you have your splash page. Change your water, change your life. We wanted to keep it real simple. We took a minimalist approach, try to make the letters jump off the page, and you see the beautiful tagline, change your water, change your life. And of course, many of you are familiar with the beginning of the presentation. Generally, they'll talk about the miracle waters that exist all over the world. Well, here we wanted to do something a little different. Of course, you can see the globe, the map in the background, and you see Telecode Mexico, Lourdes of France, Nordenau, Germany, and up above, obviously, you see there talks a little bit about the history and how people were discovering this miracle water and how it was helping them with their health. We put on the lower right-hand section, you can see that book by Dan Buettner, The Blue Zones, and it's a pretty fascinating read. It doesn't talk about, obviously, Kangen water or alkaline water, but it does talk about certain blue zones in the world where people live unusually long lives and healthy lives. And one of the chapters actually talks about the mineral-rich water in some of these areas, which obviously we know as alkaline water. So I think having a book referenced at the beginning of your presentation gives you a little credibility. So you may want to pick up a copy of Blue Zones. National Geographic author, I think it was published maybe about 10 years ago or so. But it's a pretty good read. You can get it on Amazon.com. Once again, you're presenting this to strangers. They don't know who you are. If you give them facts, give them things that they can research, it makes you sound a lot smarter, and it looks like you know what you're talking about. Okay, so anyhow, so we talk about miracle water, and then we get to the next screen, which I think is the beginning, really, of Enagic. And here we see that there was amazing technology that was discovered in the 70s. There you see a picture of some Japanese employees for Enagic putting together a filter. They're on the assembly line, and it just talks about the history really of Enagic and how it all started. So there we have the first two slides, and then of course introducing Kangen water. Here you have three properties, which is the anti-oxidizing property, the alkaline property, and the microclustered element of the water. So here's where you can start with your presentation. You talk about, first of all, oxidation. What is it? And obviously we can see from the pictures, you see some rusty nails, you see an apple turning brown after a few minutes, you can see the woman looking in the mirror. I thought that was a really cool picture there of just how the skin ages. So we understand that oxidation equals aging. And so this is very important because before you talk about ORP, you need to explain what is oxidation first, because if we know what it is, we know what causes it, then we know that we can slow it down, and that's what reduction is: oxidation reduction potential. So on the next screen, you have the ORP chart, and of course the beautiful Kangen 8. And whether or not you decide to use an ORP meter is up to you. We think it's a great part of the presentation, but not everyone knows how to use it. And not everyone wants to spend the extra $150 to buy an ORP meter. I personally, I have an ORP meter, but it's broken, so I don't use it right now. But I do explain how Kangen water, in relation to other antioxidant foods and beverages like green tea or fresh juice, vitamin C, etc., how much stronger it is in relation to those things. So we see the Kangen 8 can produce an ORP of as low as minus 800. And so remember, we want to slow down the aging. We don't want to speed it up. So this is a great screenshot. Of course, you see the white background. We try to keep everything so it jumps off the screen and people can see it from a distance. Next, we talk about the pH factor of the water. Now, before we get into the pH testing, we want to talk about the importance of having an alkaline lifestyle. And how important is that to our health? Well, once again, we reference another book. And this particular book, many people have heard about it. You've heard it mentioned at probably a Kangen presentation. Once again, it doesn't mention Kangen. It doesn't talk about an adjunct. But this particular author does really put together a strong case about the correlation between an acidic lifestyle and degenerative disease. So here you see Alkalize or Die. What a powerful title. And so once again, you're referencing another book. And one of the quotes in the book from Dr. Theodore Baruti, you see there, it says, all disease comes from the same root cause, too much acidity. So now you present a case to the prospect, to the audience, about the importance of understanding alkalinity and how it can impact your health in a good way. So then we get to the famous color pH chart, okay? And this is pretty self-explanatory. We put together the little faces on there. We thought people would maybe, just get the nice subliminal message that, hey, when you're acidic, you're not happy. When you're alkaline, obviously you look great, you're happy. So, and the kids love it. So this is so simple, even a 5-year-old can understand it. And so this is a time where you can really interact with the crowd. I don't know how many bottles you are going to use for your presentation. We try to do maybe two different waters, maybe a clear soda, and then the Kangen water. And the whole thing is to keep it fun, keep it light. This presentation shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes. So really, analyze everything you do, because your audience may end up being your downline if they end up, coming in and buying the system and becoming a distributor. So everything you do, they will copy. All right. So just be careful. You don't want to be up there with 30 different beverages, because you want to show off, and then someone thinks they have to go do the same thing. So anyhow, so the pH chart, of course, very powerful part of the demonstration. So far we covered the ORP, we covered the pH, and now we talk about the hydration property of Kangen water. Now, before we get into that, we once again want to reference something for the audience to maybe pick up and read if they like, or research. And we talk about the danger of dehydration and how oftentimes we have poor health because we're not properly hydrated. And so this is a great book. I think that it's pretty easy to find. And I love the title, You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty. It was written many years ago by a scientist who studied the importance of water and in how it relates to overall health. And of course, you see the quote there, you're not sick, you're thirsty. Don't treat thirst with medications. And I believe the pronunciation is Dr. Batman Galish. He was an Iranian scientist or doctor and passed away several years ago, but a lot of research he did on hydration. And there you have, you're not sick, you're thirsty. the title of the book. All right, so now we talk to them about the importance of hydration. So what do we do next? Well, here you have it. We do the tea bag test. And of course, this is a very powerful test as well. Whenever we do this test, we always get a lot of interaction from the crowd. We'll take some cups, and of course, you've seen the demonstration with the tea bag. We generally use Yamamoto green tea. It seems to work really well with the Kangen water. Some people use Lipton. There can be other teas that you use. Preferably, they don't have any wax coating on the bag, so it doesn't take forever to do the effect. Remember, you want to do this fast. You want to keep it fun, and you want the crowd to stay focused. So I generally do maybe 2 cups, one with regular water, one with Kangen water. Put a tea bag in each, and immediately you can see the Kangen water tea bag turns a very dark, almost like a dark amber color. The tea turns really nice and strong, and then the one with regular water, bottled water, does nothing. So this is a great illustration. You can talk to people, hey, you think you're drinking water, but is the water really hydrating you? And so here you show the benefit of drinking Kangen water is that it's superior absorption, superior hydration. All right, so there we have it. We did the 3 properties, and before we leave, we do want to talk about the power that Kangen has to detoxify the body. And of course, we take the famous book that was written by Dr. Hiromi Shinya, one of the most famous doctors in Japan, if not the most famous doctors in Japan. He wrote his best-selling book, The Enzyme Factor, sold over 2 million copies. It's been published in several languages. I've actually got an Arabic copy of it. So my friend went to Turkey and he found an Arabic copy of The Enzyme Factor. So this is a very, very popular book worldwide. And interesting is that in Dr. Shinya's book, he actually mentions Kangen water by name. And so here we see some before and after colon shots. You can see that before is actually at the bottom and the after is at the top. And so people can see the difference. But what's important here is the quote. It says, Kangen water is alkaline rich and considered the very best drinking water because of its incomparable powers of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. So Dr. Hiromi Shinya, there you have his titles and powerful, powerful book. So far we've given the audience quite some material to support our presentation. I think it should be enough for them to think, okay, this guy or this gal knows what she's talking about. And then we get into the machine. Now here, thought this was a really cool screenshot. There's no price at all. Okay, and we did that on purpose. I'll tell you why in a second. But we thought this was a great way to showcase the versatility of the new Kangen 8 machine. And we actually got this idea from a Kangen distributor who did something similar. And I just love the way the colors jump off. It says, the future is now. 1 machine, 5 kinds of water. And so there you see the different waters that the machine makes, the strong Kangen, the Kangen 8.5 through the 9.5. It makes the neutral water, the beauty water for the skin, and then the strong acidic water. And so we don't put a price on there quite yet because we don't want to give, this is a beautiful machine at just under $5,000, but we still want to build a little more value before we get to the price tag. So we don't put any price on here. Now, right after this, we actually showcase some of the other products that Enagic makes. And so we have put there on the left-hand side the Kangen Ukon supplement, which is the world's first supplement that was made with Kangen water. It's 100% organic, and it's now vegan. It's a great supplement. It has many, many properties, health benefits, and it's just something we can share with them. I wouldn't spend too much time on it, but at least they can see that we have other products beside the Kangen 8. For those of the people who want something in their shower, We see the shower system, the Anespa home spa system, which is an amazing, amazing treat. If you have one of these, taking a bath in this water is unbelievable for your skin and your hair. So anyhow, the Anespa, no prices are on this, by the way. And then we put the Level Up R travel model, because although it's not called a travel model officially, we tell people it is a great little machine to carry as a secondary unit. It's not as feature rich as the Kangen 8, but it's a great machine to just throw in a bag if you're going out of town and you want to hook it up in your hotel bathroom, or maybe you're staying with somebody for the weekend. You can connect it on their kitchen, so that way you don't have to be without your amazing Kangen water. So, and then look what we put at the bottom: easy financing, everyone's approved. And of course, we're talking about the Enagic in-house financing. So this is a great screenshot because, once again, without putting any prices out there, they see we have other machines. They see that there is financing, and whether you want to present them with the third-party financing that is available with several banks, or the Enagic in-house, which has a no credit turn down, as long as they're 18 years of age and have a valid social security number, with a small down payment, they'll get approved. Okay, guys? So anyhow, we've got that out of the way. Now we get to the business, okay? And this is fun because I let people know that once they invest, I don't use the word purchase, I said once they invest in a Kangen water system, the company Enagic gives them the opportunity to be part of our global referral program. And I use that word global referral program because it truly is. Think about it. Anywhere in the world that you know someone who drinks water, if you refer them and they end up getting the system, you will get compensated for it. So I tell them, I said, if you'd like to get involved with this, all you have to do is fill out a W-9. I talk to them about the benefits, that there's, unlike many traditional network marketing companies, where there's a distributor fee, or you got to buy a kit, or you have to qualify with a certain amount of sales every month. None of that happens here with Enagic. So it's really amazing, and of course they pay daily. So once I share this with them and I tell them, hey, with a handful of referrals, you can actually recover your investment very easily. And I talk to them next after this screen. We talk to them about the commission structure. So here is where we first talk about price. So we say at $4,980, which is the cost of the K8, this is how Enagic will pay you your commissions. So right away we're telling them, at the same time we're telling them the price of the Kangen 8, we're also letting them know how much they could earn by referring this product to their friends and family. So here you have the 8-point commission structure, very similar to the SD501, except the value obviously is a little bit more. Here you have the same 8-point commission structure, $340 per point, which is actually a combination of a $270 actual sales commission with a $70 bonus that's given. And for that, you have to have a minimum of one sale every 90 days to qualify for that $70 bonus. You can either have one direct sale every 90 days, or you can be a member of the UConn and be subscribed to the UConn supplement, and you will always get your bonus points. But anyhow, it is $340 per point. So here we show the marketing plan. This is pretty exciting, folks, because you'll see that this is really, really some nice money here. Okay, you'll have a nice Christmas if just by sharing this with a few people. So I talked to them about how they could start telling people that they know, giving them samples, helping them with their health, and when they sell a machine, the very first commission they get is $340. Likewise, on the second direct sale that you make, you'll get another referral check from Enagic. It takes about 5 to 7 business days to get to your mailbox. And on the second check, $340. Now keep in mind that you started 2 separate lines there. So whenever there's activity in either the first or that second line, you can generate a maximum of $340, okay, on the K8. So then this goes down 8 points deep. So let's say someone way down that you didn't even sell to. Let's say, Jim sold to Jane, Jane sold to Bob, Bob sold to Dave, and 5 or 6 people under you, there's another sale. Well, guess what? You still get $340. So that's a really nice thing about the plan, is that it's not based on levels, it's based on points. So as long as there's a point left to be made, you will make $340. Now, obviously, you want to keep going across so you can make the bigger money. So the question is, well, how do I get to 2A? Well, to get to 2A, you just need to make your third direct sale. So on your third direct sale, you open up your 2A override lane. And once again, same way, except this time you get paid double. So let's say Jimmy buys a machine from you. You get $680. Let's say Jimmy tells his co-worker Dave, well, Jimmy's going to get compensated as a 1A because he's brand new. But guess what? Jimmy's in your 2A. You're going to get another $680. And so this is how it works. And I'm sure you're familiar with it if you've seen this presentation. To get to 3A, you need a minimum of 10 direct sales. 10 total sales. And then to activate the 3A lane, it needs to be your direct sale. And it really doesn't matter what machine you sell to activate the 3A line. Whether it could be a Kangen 8, it could be a SD501, it could be an Anespa mineral spa, whatever it is. Your direct sale will activate your 3A line, and look how much you generate on the sale of a K8. Over $1,000. That's $1,020 you make as a 3A. That's phenomenal. To get to 4A, you need a group total of 20, and on your 21st sale, that has to be a direct sale, you open up your 4A leg. That's making $1,360 per sale. That's phenomenal. And wow, folks, if you open up a 4A leg and you've got somebody who gets excited about that, imagine if they just sold 3 or 4 units their first month. I mean, you're going to have a really good month that month. Anyhow, to get to 5A, you need a total of 50 group sales. And on your 51st, that's your direct, you open up your 5A lane and you make on the sale of a Kangen 8 $1,700. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we used to make as 6As when we used to sell the SD501 machine, the $4,000 machine. So here as a 5A, you're already making 6A money. Isn't that phenomenal? So 5A, you're at 1,700, and then when you get to 100 group sales, on your 101st, you open up your 6A leg, and remember that has to be a direct sale to open up that next line. And as a 6A, when you sell a Kangen 8, you make $2,040. Unbelievable. So there you have it. When you do this, you don't necessarily need to go line by line with this, because the presentation obviously is the focus of the presentation is to show them the benefit of the machine. When they know that they can make money as a result of helping people, they'll get excited. And so maybe after the presentation, you can sit down with them and kind of explain this to them. But generally at the in-home presentations, I just kind of let them glance at this and talk about, maybe my personal testimony on how I was able to get out of debt in only a few months as a result of, just sharing this with a few people. And you notice I didn't make any income claims. And so you want to be very careful. You don't want to say, oh yeah, I got involved in my first month, I made this much, my second month, I made that much. But if you put it in a way that they can relate to, if they're in debt and they just heard you say you got out of debt, you didn't say how much you made, but you said, hey, you know what? I got involved. I shared this with a few people. As a result, I was able to get out of debt after 5 months, and now I'm debt free. And now I'm so excited. I just bought a brand new car. Whatever it is, you create that story, and always be honest. You don't want to say something that is not sincere. And you know what? People get it. But once they sit down and they really see this compensation plan, folks, there's nothing out there where you can make this kind of money for doing something that actually works, something that actually helps people. So we're almost done. This is amazing. And I've talked to some people. When I show them this, they fall out of their chair. In Agic, Mr. Oshiro has been so generous and so kind to not only give us the highest compensation of any company. I think we're highest ranked in the whole DSA. In Agic, from what I was told, pays out over 70% of every dollar that comes into an Agic is paid back out to the field. Over 70%. That's unheard of. Okay, look what happens when you reach 6A. You get a $3,000 bonus. That's from Mr. Oshiro to you, just to say, hey, congratulations. You helped 100 families, and here's a nice $3,000 check. And of course, there's some requirements that you have to do to get that, but it's really easy to do, and it's exciting when you walk up on stage and Mr. Oshiro hands you that little envelope and puts that pin on you. So it's really fun. When you get to 6A2, you get a $6,000 bonus. Of course, you can see on the diagram, what does that mean? It means that you help 2 people achieve 6A rank. Now, once you're a 6A2, if you help 2 other people in your organization become a 6A2 just like you, and they have to be in different lines, okay? It doesn't count if they're in the same lane. It has to be 2 different lines. So as a 6A2, if you help 2 people get to that 6A2 rank, you become what's called a 6A2-2. And that is a really, really great position to be in, because your bonuses are going to be phenomenal. And look at what you get just as a congratulations. You get a nice $12,000 check. So pretty exciting stuff. Now, if you see highlighted in orange, there's what we call a 6A2-3, and that's where the monthly bonus for life comes in. And ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. Once you get to 6A2-3, an Agic will give you a $25,000 bonus and a $5,000 a month check for the rest of your life. Just because, okay? I mean, this has nothing to do with your sales, has nothing to do with your educational bonuses, has nothing to do with the 8 or 9 other ways of getting paid. This is just something extra from the company. And so I just think that this is a great, great goal for all of you to go for. And all it is you helping 2 people get to 6A2-2, you become a 6A2-3. And of course, on down the line, you see 6A2-4, you get a $50,000 bonus, $10,000 a month for life. As a 6A2-5, you get a $100,000 one-time bonus, but you get a $15,000 monthly for life. And of course, you see the rest. I mean, these numbers are wow. I showed some serious business people this enhanced compensation plan, and they were just floored. So anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a bright future. We've got a lot to look forward to. And remember, this is about helping your team, okay? It's all about teamwork. And like they say, teamwork makes the dream work, all right? Once again, you don't need to spend a lot of time in front of that audience talking about everything I just shared with you, okay? This is for you to know, and you have it there in the flip book to sit down with your prospect. Of course, they're going to get excited. They'll have questions, and this is when you can show them with your flip book how all the numbers work, okay? Now, I do like this screen. I tell them, I said, look, what are all the successful people doing? And I want them to know how simple this is. It really, truly is a simple program, because everyone needs water. Everyone wants better health. Everyone likes to make some extra income. So what do? This is the 5 things we do. Number 1, we share the water. It's very important that they understand that this is about sharing, not selling. Number 2, we share the opportunity. We believe that that true health comes not only from physical health, but as Mr. Oshiro has told us, it's physical health, it's spiritual or emotional health, and it's also financial health. So You have to have those. It's the triad. You have to have that. If one piece is missing, it'll affect the other two. So we share the opportunity. People are looking for it. We we share the demo. Okay, what you just did, you spent 15 or 20 minutes doing a demo. You follow up with people. You got to follow up. Okay, they may not necessarily buy on the first time, but to call them and ask them, say, hey, listen, how'd you like the water that I brought you, a couple days ago? I want you to know that, hey, that water is great, but it's really intended to be consumed fresh. Would you mind if I bring you over some fresh water so you can really, I want you to see the benefit for yourself. So see what a great comeback line we have. We can tell them that, hey, look, I just wanted to replenish your water because I don't want you to cheat yourself. I want you to really experience what this water can do for you. And so you can follow up because we know that the ORP, the benefits, the antioxidant benefit of the water only lasts 48 hours. So anyways, follow up is a great thing to do. The fortunes in the follow up. And the last thing we do is have fun. Look, if you're not having fun, this is not for you. Okay, this is not a job, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mission. It's something we get to do. It's a great company, a great product, and it's got great people. And we're just excited that people are seeing this for really what it is. It's truly a lifestyle change. So keeping it simple is the key. And our 4 steps to success. This is it. We're done, folks. And I tell people, I said, you know what? In life, you've got to have a purpose. What's your purpose in life? If your purpose to come into an adjunct is just to make a lot of money, chances are you're probably not going to last too long, because it's got to be more than money. It's got to be, you know what? I've got to do this for my children. My family's counting on me. My kids are counting on me. Maybe it's that house you've been dreaming to give your family for all these, whatever it is. But have that purpose, and it's got to be bigger than you. And it's got to be more than just financial gain. Okay, it's got to be a dream that's big, that gets you out of bed, and it's got to be bigger than all the rejection that you may face, because the business is sometimes not easy. I mean, people are gonna, they're gonna be negative sometimes. Sometimes they're gonna, they're gonna heckle, they're gonna complain, whatever it is. But when you have a bigger purpose, when you have a bigger why, there's nothing that can stop you. Okay, so have that purpose. Number 2, very simple. When you go to a grocery store, you make a list. If you make a list, you get the things you need. You get in and out of there a lot faster. So why don't you make a list of people that you think would benefit from this product? Whether they can benefit from it on a physical level or whether they can benefit on it from a financial level. Make a list, because if you make that list, I challenge you. Make a list of 100 people. You may say, oh, I don't know 100 people. You know what? If you're getting married next weekend, who would you call? Okay, you know a lot of people. So make that list. The 3rd step is to learn how to do a demo. That's what this flipbook is for. You do a 15, 20-minute demonstration and use the flipbook as a reference, as a visual aid. And I promise you, it'll help you so much. Okay, so keep it fun. And the last thing we tell people is plug in. Okay, we have a system in place. The system is there. It's designed to help you reach the top. And the system includes being on the conference calls, going to the events, attending the Super Saturdays, using the tools like this flipbook. All the system really is for you to be able to plug in and let the system take you to the top. Okay, so those are the 4 things we do. We keep it simple, and get back to the person who sent you this video. They can show you everything you need to be able to succeed with this amazing product and this amazing company. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will I'll see you guys at the top. I'm really excited. This is going to be an amazing year, and I know that before long, all of us are going to be at those 6823 and 24 and 25 and all those high ranks we were looking at. So I'm really excited, folks. Let's go out there and let's make a difference in people's lives. Okay, guys. God bless you, and we'll see you at the next meeting. Bye bye.